name is Don McCarthy. I'm from Warsaw, Missouri.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your car. What is it? How did you get it? Kind of tell me the story.
The car's a 1930 Roadster pickup, and actually it was my first car. I got it when I was 11 years old. My dad bought it for me, and we paid $75 for it. And we restored the car together, and then we moved from California out to Missouri, and I brought the car with me, but nobody was really driving it or anything, so we decided we wanted to repurpose it and do something else with it. And we were watching the dirt drags and the hill climb out in Colorado, and we decided, wow, that would be really fun to do. So we decided we'd build this car to do that. And then I got interested with the FAST organization and Speedway, and so now we do as many of the hill climbs as we can with the car. So the car, we've shortened the bed, and it's got the stock rear end in it. The motor was built by Ron Kelly. It's a motor. It's full pressure. It's got 2 Strombergs on it, 97s. The transmission is a 1939, so it's got synchro in second and third. It's still got the original brakes, the mechanical brakes on it. We had the front axle dropped, and we used 32 spring perches, which were modified so we could still run the mechanical brake. The car was assembled by the guys at Burking, and they painted it, they did the interior on it, mainly Keith Deline did that. Other than that, I don't know. It's just been a really fun car. It's a great sport. We've met so many nice people, and we're going to just keep doing it as long as we can.
Except for the Devine family. They're not nice.
No,
they're
okay.
pretty mean. So what is your favorite part of the car?
My favorite, probably the interior.
The interior? Can you show me the interior? Do you mind?
Sure. No. Yeah. It's all aluminum. It's been all shaped by hand, and we chopped the top, I think, 2.5 inches.
My name's Mike Vaughn, and I'm from Lincoln. And this car was built as a high school shop project at the high school that I work at in Lincoln here.
Okay.
So we did this over a 4-year period. We used about 4 students a year to work on the car. And we built everything from the ground up on the car. We started with 2 pickup loads of Model T parts, and we built the body by hand. All the sheet metal we did ourselves with the kids.
We had a really good aircraft structural guy
that helped us a lot with the body work and showed the kids a lot of how to use the metal shaping tools and stuff. And he did most of the work, but the kids learned from it, so it was really good.
Yep.
And they designed the car. The kids did. They came up with the design. They built a wood buck first, and then we built the body around the wood buck.
Okay.
So they learned a lot about that. Then we went through the entire engine and transmission and stuff with the students. They learned how to pour Babbitt bearings and how to do the line bore, and then we built the engine with the kids. The first engine, unfortunately,
didn't last.
That one didn't last. I'm a little rough on it, so
yep.
I broke the crankshaft in that engine. So this engine's one I built and subsequently put in the car after we did that. But that was about, it's been about 12 years ago that we finished the car at school. So it's been in a lot of hill climbs since.
Yep.
I've had it hill climbs Lincoln and Northwood, Iowa. I've been out to Utah with it.
Oh, awesome.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the car?
My favorite part's driving it.
It's just driving it? Okay. How did you get into Model Ts?
I was raised with Model Ts. My dad had Model Ts when I was a little kid, and I've been in them as long as I can remember. So
yeah.
I have a special passion for Model Ts. I've got several of them. I've got 5 of them.
Oh, awesome. So why is this the only one you bring out, though?
What's the only Speedster I have?
Oh, okay, see, I don't know.
Yeah, the other.
I don't know what you have to do.
my other cars are all traditional Model Ts.
Oh, okay.
So.
Who's gun?
14. We're rolling out. Okay, we're coming
Did
out.
a guy named Berman
Yep.
was in Europe and
They couldn't get any parts, so that's where Harry Miller got the race car business.
yeah, he learned quite a bit off that by redoing it. Wow, it's a beauty.
Does that look familiar?
I'll be darned. Wow.
Are we turned on?
What a treasure.
Kind of fun.
A gentleman that was 100 years old.
While we're young. While we're
He
young.
is the camshaft guy, period, in the world.
Exactly. Watch your fingers by the lens. Cheap cam. Exactly.
My name is Jim Williams. I'm from Bountiful, Utah. My car is a 1913 Case Indy race car. My father and I found it up in Montana about 40 years ago
Oh, where at Montana?
in an old junkyard.
Junkyard, okay.
And it was a complete chassis and radiator. We had to build the body on it. But Indianapolis Museum and the Case Factory had a lot of pictures and drawings of this. So it was easier to do than normal.
Yeah.
So
So what is your favorite part of the car?
just driving it. It's such
Just
a pleasure
driving
to
it?
drive it, yeah.
It is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Who picked the color?
I don't remember. You know, it's just one of those things that just kind of came to us.
Yep, it's really pretty. Have you guys done a lot of hill climbs?
No, this is my first one.
Oh, awesome. Yep, so we're really excited. We're excited to see it. And is there anything else you want to tell me about the car?
No, it's just, like I say, it's one of my favorites and a lot
Yep.
of fun.
Do you have any others, or is this
I've
one?
got 4 other brass cars and then some more modern cars.
Awesome. Can you tell me your name and everything about your car, kind of the story of how you got your car?
Okay. My name is Albert Zanino.
So it really needs
The car was across the street from me for 12 and a half years. I was trying to buy it. I didn't know it was there. It was in a garage when I moved in until about 3 years later, and the garage door was open and I saw it in there. I asked the lady about it. She said 10,000. I said, well, when you're serious, we'll talk.
We'll talk.
It took 12 and a half years for her to sell her house, and then she wanted to talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I finally got it for 4,000 in 1986. And it only ran on 3 cylinders at the time, but I worked on one of the valves had rusted open, and I got that freed up and running. And I've had older cars, but not as old as this.
So how old is this car?
This is a 1931, so it's 90 years old.
Okay.
I had a 1938 Chevy pickup after I got out of high school that I put a small block Chevy in and ran that. But I used to take that to the drag strip and run that Street Racers night
Yep.
every week. I've always been involved with racing.
Okay.
I worked at a service station. They had a dirt track car. When I would open the station, I would start that up, back it out of the bay, park it on the point. I got this car and I rebuilt the motor and increased the performance of it. Was driving it thinking that I had a really quick Model A. About 3 years after I was running it with the other motor in it, I happened to go to a 4x4 Club meeting,
Okay.
which is for the preservation of the Ford 4-cylinder
Oh, okay.
34 and older. And it's a small club. There's only about 36 members. And this gentleman over here was there with his pickup truck that had an overhead valve conversion. I'd never ridden in a Model A with an overhead valve, so I asked him for a ride in his truck. He said, sure, I'll give you a ride after the meeting. He took me for a ride. That was on a Saturday night. This is before the internet or anything. The next Monday morning, I ordered an overhead for my car.
Yep, you're like, I need that.
It made a huge difference. There was another man at the same
Jake.
meeting. He also took a ride in Jim's car, and he ordered an overhead. He didn't even have a Model A. He had to buy a Model A.
Go with Dad.
But
I'm
it
sorry.
I now am a member of that 4x4 Club, and we put on the Antique Nationals every year.
Okay.
We weren't able to put it on for our 49th event because of rain.
Oh, okay.
So that one missed, and then we missed the 50th event for COVID. So we're putting on the 49th event this October in California. And then in the spring, we're going to put on the 50th, which we'll have a little more time to advertise and a little more, be a big blowout.
Yeah, that'll be nice. So what is your favorite part of the car? You had to pick one thing. What is your absolute favorite?
I guess the looks.
The looks of it? Okay.
Ever since I was a little kid, I would get excited every time I saw an old car. I'd jump up and down and get all excited. I've always liked them. I still love them. My email is oldcarnut1.
Yep. So it's just everything about it. Do you own any other cars, or is this your only one?
That's the only old one.
This is your only old one? Awesome.
Oh, no, it's not either. I'm sorry.
Okay, no.
I have a 31 truck also, but it's not on the road.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's
okay.
actually the boater that's in this one. I wanted to come to this event. I came to this event in 2 years ago, in 2019. And my car wasn't running; it was down. And I put together the motor for the truck, and then I broke this motor that was in here. So I put the truck motor in here.
Yep. It's like,
So
we'll just switch.
So I could come to here. Yeah.
Forgot to turn the fuel pump on. They work great if they got fuel. Yeah, I've not mentioned no names, but I had some people that think they know a lot. And they're like, you'll never get those things to work. I love them.
It's getting better all the time.
Easy. Hey.
Oh, easy. Shut up. What?
Hey.
Hey.
You can't break pays over here, okay? You gotta pay me.
I pay you.
Pay me.
Okay.
All right, so can you tell me your name and everything about your car, kind of the backstory of how you got it?
Okay, my name is Mike Bender. I'm out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
The car is, I purchased the remnants of a 20 years dirt track racer that ran in Tacoma, Washington. 3 of my friends, we drove out, picked it up, I brought it home, and I restored it. We really don't know the history of it other than it sure enough was made as a pretty high dollar race car for back in the day. And you know, whether it did any good, performed well, we don't know.
You don't know, yeah.
No, some locals there said, well, I kind of remember it, but you know, urban legend maybe.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it was originally a 20 years dirt track racer.
What all have you done to it since you got it? Can you run me through
Well,
some
obviously I
things?
restored it. It didn't have an engine in it, so I built up an engine using a roof 16 valve overhead Type C.
Okay.
Built and put a pretty big lift cam in it, full pressure oil, counterbalance crankshaft, high compression pistons, do everything I can do to still stay within the rules with cheat and not get caught.
I know that Bill Devine, he's kind of a grouchy guy, isn't he?
Yeah. If you know Bill, you're in trouble.
So what is your favorite part of the car? You have to pick one.
Favorite part of the car? Driving it.
Just driving it? Okay, perfect.
That's I enjoy it.
How many hill climbs have you done?
I don't know, 7 or 8, I think, over the years.
Yeah, and you keep coming back.
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah, especially with Bill, aren't you?
No, the hill climb has always been just a super event.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yep, it's super fun. All right, is there anything else you want to tell me about your car?
Not really.
Nope.
That's pretty sure I got these. If not, we need one of them in my open stuff. They call it later version. Yeah. That's mine.
I figure that's an earlier one.
That's kind of what I think.
My name is Jim Brierly, and I've only owned this car since about year 2000. The engine is a Model B And don't get in the way of the camera there.
Nope, he's okay.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay. Yep, we're recording. Nope, you're good.
Hey, when you're done, they want me to move back.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go ahead and move back now?
I didn't know you were making being a movie star.
No, okay. It'll be really, really fast. Are you
right.
okay? Awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know.
No, you're okay. All right.
And the engine is a 32 Model B Ford. The cylinder head is of my own design.
Okay.
It's a flathead, and I'm going to tell you it's the best head ever designed for a Model A or B. But
Absolutely.
the car has a V8 transmission and a Halibran quick change rear end in the back. And for the hill climbs, I run a 6.40 rear end gear. And I don't use first gear. I start in second and third, use second and third. And that's about it. I've been in the racing hobby, Model A's, since the mid-50s. I've written a book on performance Model A's.
Okay.
And to my surprise, I've actually sold quite a few of them.
Which is great. Now, is that one of the lies you were going to tell me, or is that one of
That's
the
the truth.
That's the
There's
truth. Okay,
a book
perfect.
on my trailer there if you want one.
Oh, absolutely. I'll go look at it. So, how did you get this specific car? What's the story?
We had a MOFCA national meet in Riverside, California. I live in the area. I live in Temecula.
Okay.
And so I was involved in putting on a hill climb there, and I had an engine about ready, but not my car. So a friend of mine said, "You're going to need to borrow my car." So I said, "Okay." I said, "What happens if I like the car?" He said, "Well, I'll sell it to you." So I bought the car, and I first put a 4-port Riley in it that I had built. I do all the machine work on engines. I'm a retired truck mechanic.
Okay.
So I do all that kind of stuff. Body work, no, but mechanical work, I do it all.
You can do that.
And it's fun. I love the hobby. I love the people in it.
Except for Bill Devine. He's just a
Except for
grouchy.
Bill Devine. He's kind of a rascal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite part of the car? If you had to pick one specific part, what's your
I'm
favorite?
an engine guy.
Okay.
I like to build engines.
Yep.
I have an overhead valve conversion that I run at Bonneville. And the last time I ran it was in 2013. It's turbocharged, and I ran 167 miles an hour with it.
Wow, awesome. All right, is there anything else you want to tell me about your car?
No, it's just beautiful. You can tell that. So.
Yep, it's definitely beautiful.
In case you're wondering, I know all these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all give me a bad time.
And they're all feisty.
Because you got such a good, nice personality, you can take it.
Are you kidding? He's the meanest guy here.
He said the same thing about you, though.
I did not say that. I said he was a rascal. And I know a lot of these guys, like him, unfortunately, I knew his father.
Oh. Absolutely.
Asking you what's going on with the car you're pushing.
Oh, I have 4-foot Larry.